Oh, hello there. Welcome back, everybody, to Wilbert Does. Today we're going to do some maintenance on this lawnmower as the season's starting to pick up. I need to mow my grass, I think, this morning. But you want to do all that annual stuff. Sharpen the blade, change the oil, things like that. Check the belt. So we're going to do that today. Y'all stick around, we'll get right to it. Obviously, these ramps are just a damn joke. So, but hey, I thought it would be funny. What kind of maintenance are you going to do under there? Can't see nothing, can't do nothing. It's a push mower, right? So, with that being said, I think maybe something like this you guys can see. Yeah, sure. We'll move it a little closer. But, you know, we're going to get rid of the bag on the back. Clean that up later. Just like that. And I'm pretty sure you drain the oil right out the front. Just like you, yeah. So, let's start with that. Just so there's one less fluid that is going to be around while I've got this thing turned up and around and upside down and all kinds of stuff trying to get the maintenance done on it. So I've owned this mower for, I don't know, 6 or 7 years now. And I don't think I've changed the oil once in that time. So it's probably due. I picked up this Briggs & Stratton, just straight 30 weight. That's what's recommended on this Honda mower, 30 weight. Small engine stuff. We'll get that put in towards the end of this. But I think all I'm going to do here is, of course, I remove the dipstick, right? I know you guys are saying, well, man, you're a dipstick. That's fine. And then I'm just going to tilt the mower till the oil drains out. Let me see if I can get it kind of flipped around where it's, you know, you guys can see something maybe. Basically, we're just going to tip this whole machine this way on its side. Let the oil just run out of your dipstick tube here. Oil fill, oil drain, all the same thing. So oh no, I'm hitting the camera mount. You guys aren't seeing it. I don't know, maybe you saw it. Let me get you in a little closer and you can see kind of what that looks like. You see it dripping there. You see that little bit that came out in the pan? And that's how you drain the oil on this thing. Now, While that's draining, I might as well come on over here, get y'all scooted down, maybe where you can see, maybe something like that. Sure. But we're gonna pull them blades off. Hopefully. I don't think it'll be a problem. It should come on off pretty easily. I'll show you why I want to do this here in a second. What y'all reckon that is? About a 14 millimeter? Almost like I've done this before. Now, it's been a long time since I've had these blades off. There we go. Pro tip for you, so you're not losing hardware, you just take them bolts and put them right back where they came from. Just kind of get them started there. And then you don't have to worry about losing them while you're doing other things. But just to show you quick, I'm not sure how easily you can see that. This is supposed to be sharp, and it's not. Same for this side, it's just beat up and in really rough shape. And then on the other blade, you can see where it's got a nick or two in it. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to get that nick out, but I can definitely clean all this up and get it to where it's sharp and can do what I need it to do. This is what happens when you run over rocks or hit stuff you're not supposed to be running over. So, but we'll get them sharpened up here in a bit. I'll show you how to do that. Now, another thing that you want to look at while you're in here, let me get you off this stand. It's this belt. Make sure it's not twisted or curled up. Ran into some problems with it last season where it the belt was turned over and the V portion of the belt wasn't riding in the pulley correctly. What that is your, oh man, what do they call it? It's your drive belt. You know, it's just when you squeeze a handle up there, it puts some pressure on this and the motor drives these wheels. And the belt comes back here and connects to this, your rear axle assembly. Spins it self-propelled. There we go. It's your propulsion belt. Sure. But just want to make sure that that's sitting in the grooves correctly up front and in the back. Just kind of make sure it's there. I'm sure this one needs to be replaced. I don't have a new one. So as long as it still does what I need it to do, it's fine. But let me go ahead and get my grinder and everything set up, and I'll show you how I'm going to touch up these blades. And I'm back. Now I know what you're thinking. This isn't safe. You're probably right. But just so you know, I do have the appropriate eye protection. And I'm going to flip my shoes into 4-wheel drive. And you'll see why in a second. All right. But I don't have a vise or a workbench that's really set up for any of this kind of stuff. So basically all I'm going to do is put it on that piece of wood about like that, secure it with my body weight, and then hit it with the grinder. Got a couple different grinding discs. We'll see if I swap it out, or we'll just see. We'll see what happens. All right, now I'm gonna flip it over and hit that pretty flat and just kind of knock all that off and clean these edges up, and then we'll get a better look at the edge and see what I need to do. All right, so what I've done is I've tried to hold this pretty flat so I can keep that flat edge on this side. That way I can keep the sharp cutting edge the way it was from the factory. Looks like I need to do a little more work, but she's coming along. Like I said, there's no way I'm gonna get these big gouges out, because I just have to take away too much material to do it. And I'm not gonna do that. I think that'll do that side, to be honest. I don't know if you guys can see that, but cleaned it up and got the edges a little sharper. Do the same thing for the other side of the blade. This is where your 4-wheel drive comes in. You know, don't need nothing slipping on you while you're operating power tools like a professional. And then that'll be what that one looks like. Get it cleaned up, get the edge nice and sharp, smooth up the back. Should give you some nice clean cut grass. Which is what you want. I mean, you don't want to be out here just beating your yard to death, right? These may take a little bit more work, but we'll get to it. There we go. And then this is going to be what this one looks like when I'm done. Obviously it has a way sharper edge on it than what I started with, which is, you know, worse than a butter knife. Now a lot of people they'll put it on a nail and see if it, you know, balances out, and they'll take more off one side or the other. I don't care about any of that. I'm not saying I don't care about the longevity of my machine. It's just it's a lawnmower. It's going to vibrate. Yeah, that's a lot more of what I'm looking like, or what I like to see, what I'm looking at, all the things, right? So it's got a nice edge on it, something that's going to clip the grass pretty nicely, right? And you want to be careful with this too. You don't want to overheat a certain spot, so when you're going, just keep the grinder moving. So let's swing you back over here. We'll throw these things back on, flip her up, put the oil in it, see if I even have gas. I don't know. I hope I do, because well, gas prices are going up. Torque specs, no idea. Don't care. You know why? Ooh, don't do that. It's got no oil in it. Right? Be careful when you're trying to rotate this. Tighten them. You can get to a point where you can grab that blade and then just use that blade to help you squeeze that ratchet down. Sure, that seems tight. All right. What do we call that? German torque? Good and tight. That's right. Good and tight. So, all right, let me get y'all out of the way while I stand it back up. Right there. Boop. Man, there wasn't a lot of oil that came out of it. Like, hardly any. Probably should have changed it a long time ago. But honestly, I don't think it holds that much. We're going to do something about like that. Let it settle. I'll check it. Repeat the process till you get it full. Not quite there. It's in the normal operating range with just that little splash of oil, according to the stick. But I'm gonna put a scoosh more in there. And we'll let that settle real good. I don't know where all these, I guess just sitting out in the backyard, and pine needles kind of got built up. 'Cause I generally wash everything off when I'm done with it for the year. Sure. I mean, it's almost full. I think what I'll do is fire it up, let it run a second. If it'll start, I ain't even started it. Get that little bit of oil dribble there from where it was draining. We'll come over, see if she got gas in it. Step one. Yeah, she's got a scoosh in there. Fuel is on. Yep, sure is. It's good enough. Bag, mulch. We'll do that for now. Yeah, let me see if I can get this thing started. It's usually easier to start something on concrete as well. So, no resistance, you get a good rolling start. I'll roll the engine. Look at that. Man, did you guys see that? I mean, I didn't even yank on it. This thing hadn't started in months. Been sitting outside in the backyard collecting dust, dirt, and debris. It's years old, right? That's wild. I did not expect that. But as soon as I hit that compression and pulled it through that compression with just a little bit, I mean, she fired right on up. So, I'm just gonna verify the oil level, obviously. You know, this is the most critical piece on this whole machine is, you know, oil, the engine, right? And this is the only thing that protects it. So, and it is, I mean, almost touching the full line. So, I think I'm gonna just run it real quick. Get my side yard cleaned up. I need to get these pine cones raked up real quick. Throw the bag back on the machine. Look at this yard, just this one. It's a different type of grass for some reason. My front yard hadn't even started growing yet. Crazy. But yeah, let me get all this done. I got to get all this put up, get this put up, rake up all these pine cones, and then we'll get to mowing. Y'all stay tuned. We'll see how the grass looks with the fresh blade cuts. And yeah, I'll be right back. That's how we do it. What was that? Just a couple minutes, 6-7 minutes. Well, let's see if we can find something worth comparing here. Here's a good one. Look how nice and up behind my finger. Look how nice and clean that cut is. Right. Got some more. All these look. A couple little tears on that one, but the one next to it's real clean. This one over here is nice and clean. Yeah. I think it'll do. I think it'll do. Well, appreciate you guys watching. As always, if you haven't already, do me a favor, smash that like button or subscribe. You know, with the weather getting nicer, I plan on turning out a couple more videos